Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Raul, and this week I'm going to do my stash ads video here for the kits that I picked up in January for 2025. Now, I didn't pick up a whole lot this particular time, but I'll show you what I did get because I got a whole bunch of my pre-orders and stuff that came in last month. But for January, this was the one that was on its way from my sponsor, Hobby Nut Models. He's got a sale going on right now, and he's got some of these kits, so check them out in the link in the video description below. But yeah, this came from Hobby Nut Models, and Revell had reissued the kit in the stock Z28 configuration, 3-in-1. But you know, I had the previous version of this. I actually had the Foose version of it, which I thought was cool. Had the Foose wheels on it, some special decals. There's a picture of it right over here. And I had picked it up fairly cheap, a while before that, and it still had the Hobby Lobby sticker on it, which is in the picture as well. But it was picked up through there. I didn't pick it up there. I ended up picking it up like secondhand, but I had it, and it just sat because this thing is massive, and I wasn't all that excited about building it, but they were starting to get kind of crazy, and somebody had offered me $140 for it, and I sold it. So I'm like, I didn't see myself building it, but considering I bought it for $60 and ended up selling it for $140, and that was January of 23, so that was literally 2 years ago that I did that. But I kind of was like, not too worried about it. Now, there's plenty of 69 Camaros. I got a ton of them in 1/25th scale, or 1/24th. The Revell ones, I got a ton of them. But the Z28, I always thought was really cool. So when they announced they're reissuing this kit, and it was going to be like $50 or $60, suggested retail. And then Hobby Nut Models asked me if I wanted one, and I said, yeah, I want one. I kind of, regret selling it, but I like the Z28, but I really like the Rally Sport grill. And that's when Mark told me, he goes, there's somebody going to be 3D printing those Rally Sport grills and the Rally Sport taillights and the backup lights, so I can convert it to a Rally Sport package, Z28. I'm like, cool. And I guess they're going to do some other wheels and tires, or wider, bigger tires, instead of what's on, in this kit. But I haven't built this. I haven't really looked too closely at it. It's massive. Not looking forward to the amount of paint it's going to take, But it's a different challenge when you get this big and you still want to try and keep a smooth paint job, and the bodywork and everything. So, larger scale has its pluses and its minuses. But we'll get into that. But my son, Ryan, he's begging me to build this thing. He wants to see it done, and it's just the large scale. That's mainly it. Is he wants to see it. He keeps taking the body out of the box and comparing it to the other kits, and he just keeps grabbing this thing and going, "Look, Dad, look at how much bigger it is, compared to the ones you normally build." And he's just pumped up about me building this one, so he's bugging me to get this one done. But so I did pick one up, and so we'll see when those 3D parts. I know some other vendors are popping them up as well, but Mark's, I don't know if he's going to be selling them, but he's got a line on it. But that's to be determined. When I find that out, I'll let you guys know as well. But this one's in my stash, waiting and ready to go, but it's taking up a lot of space. I don't know if any of you guys picked this one up. It really looks like a really cool kit. Some of these big ones are really neat. I haven't done too many of them, but I decided, why not? I'm going to get this one. So we'll move on. I'll show you what else I picked up. And here's one I picked up off of eBay, the Monogram 99 Mustang Cobra. And I already have one of these, but I was looking and reading about Mustangs and thinking about some of the other special models and everything. So I was reading about Cobra R's, and there's a 2000 Cobra R, and an interesting car. And I was just wondering if they make kits for some of these things. And so when I found out Texas 3D Customs actually makes a kit to convert this into that, I went looking for the kit, and I picked the kit up the same time I ordered his parts. So here's the kit, issued in 2012. I think it's been issued a couple of times, but I picked the kit up strictly for that and a couple of the other parts. So here's from Texas 3D Customs, which is his card. I bought a few things from him. So there's his information right there. So, and then I flat out just purchased this stuff. This is not anything sponsored or anything like that. Here's the engine block for the engine, the manual transmission here, T56 6-speed, the heads and everything. Just some pretty cool stuff here. But here's the Cobra R intake here, which I think is really cool. And I like the detail that's on this thing and everything. This is not the production intake. He's got it marked down as the prototype intake. And well, I thought it was really cool, and it's, you know, it's what's available as far as I know. I don't know if they have one that actually has the production intake, but and everything else here. And I'll use what I can of the motor to put it in there. But I just picked this one up mainly because of those parts. I'm not sure how they differ compared to what's actually in the kit, but I had to pick that up. But I also picked up the body kit here. So here's the Cobra R hood. Here's the front lip spoiler for the Cobra R. This is really, really nice. And then the rear wing for the Cobra R right here. And this thing's wild. I mean, I'm thinking like jet engine, you know, jet wild here. Kind of surprised it is what it is. But, and then here's the Cobra R's exhaust, which it has a side exit exhaust, which is what this is replicating here. And then along with the exhaust pipes. The only thing that I haven't really found is the Cobra R wheels. If anybody actually makes that, let me know, or if there's a kit that has them in it that I can get them from. I'd really like to know. But there was, you know, posted on Facebook, I saw a picture that somebody actually built one of these with the wheels and everything. I just don't know where they came from or what they did with that. So I got these parts to go in here for this. So that's just some of my parts there for this project. Also from Texas 3D Customs, I picked this up. This is the rear window slats. It's for Mopar GTX here. And this is my built-up GTX here, which is kind of why I had it in the other. Now, I was just playing with it. I already started cleaning it up here, getting it ready for paint. I'm going to black it out, but I was going to stick it right to the rear window of this particular GTX that I built a long time ago. Even though I have newer kits that I can build and want to do it. Matter of fact, you know, because of that. But I decided I'm going to put it on this car. So this one's getting ready for paint. But before I get that far, it's going to end up on this GTX. But this is pretty cool. Not a huge fan of some of these rear window slats, but I do like all the options and stuff. So I had to at least pick one up and put it on one of these cars. So this is going to go on this one. And at the same time, he also offered these Mopar Performance valve covers. These things are cool. I got the cylinder heads too, but he's selling, you know, I got them just for these valve covers. I love these valve covers. Matter of fact, these are the big block BRB ones. I have a set of these on my station wagon that I've had since the mid-90s when I built my 440 that's in that station wagon. So I got a set of these on there, and I actually bought another set for my new motor as well. So since, you know, the other ones are, you know, 25, 30 years old and just, you know, scratches, pitting and everything. So not really pitting, but they display nice and everything. But I decided I would just get, you know, I got a fresh motor, I got a fresh set. So that's kind of cool. Now these will actually go on, you know, this same kit. I plan to put them on this kit, but it's the Fast and the Furious version. This one right here, actually, since I got the box. I'm going to, you know, put them on this one, and this is going to be, you know, pretty much mostly box stock. I covered this particular kit before, and some resin parts to go along with it from K7, but I don't think he's, you know, still casting parts, but I'm not sure. But, you know, those are in here. But that's all the stuff I picked up from Texas 3D Customs. Just, you know, bought by myself and everything. Like I said, it wasn't sponsored stuff, but you guys, you're familiar with this stuff, you can check it out. Another one I picked up off eBay, of course, the 93 Mustang Cobra. You kind of had a hint last month that I was keeping my eyes open, wanting to pick one of these up as well. And same thing, wanted to make the 93 Cobra R. That was the main one I was interested in, and what it took to convert it, and everything. So this one, the car itself really doesn't need a whole lot. Between the two cars, there's really not much different. The main thing is the Cobra R uses the wheels from the 94 Mustang, which I showed you this kit bought last month. I picked this kit up for the wheels, and then I was looking for this kit to go along with it. And then there's major interior modifications that I got to do to make a Cobra R versus a Cobra. So I'll try and do as many of those. The biggest thing is remove the back seat, paint it red, and then don't put the fog lights on it. Just leave those open, as there's coolers back there. But one thing that was kind of cool was the family and I, we actually went to the Barrett and Jackson auction just a couple weeks ago. And I was hoping to see, some of these there, as, they've been hot in the auctions, even though 107 of them were built, but a good chunk of them were not raced. So there was a 93 Cobra there. That was cool. And I got to look that one over. But farther in the auction, I'll put some pictures right up here, was a 93 Cobra R. And right next to it was a 2000 Cobra R. And right next to that, if you can see far back in this picture, there's a white 95 Cobra R. So all three Cobra R's were there for me to look at and take some other pictures and whatnot. So I got to see it in person. So that was nice. So I could really stick my head into the interior and look it over and see what I needed to see. Unfortunately, the hood wasn't popped. I wanted to see the engine and everything. I can find those photos online, but there's really not much difference as far as the kit goes in that area. So one last thing. This is my last purchase, or part of my last purchase here that might shock you a little bit. This is a resin body. Of course, it's a 32 Ford sedan. This is a chop top, and this is from Ed Fluck at Drag City Casting. And I have a couple of these kits, and just kind of itching to build a street rod and whatnot. But I picked up the B400 resin one from Flintstone, and that thing really needs some work to clean up, but I mean, it is what it is. But the Ed Flux casting, this is exactly how I got it, and it fits the body just perfectly. It's meant for the Revell kit, and it fits beautifully, and it comes with the window here, which is actually right here, and he tapes it to a piece of cardboard so it doesn't get damaged and everything. And I'll be doing one of these here real soon. I've already started playing with the other body, and it's a little bit of work. But he also offers this stock firewall for the 32 Fords as well. And this thing's really cool. So I decided to pick this up. I don't know which build I'm going to do with it or use it with, or what I'm going to do. Same thing with this. I really don't have a plan yet. But I kind of picked these things up. But Ed had contacted me because of my other video over this one. Now, when I did the 57 Thunderbird video showing the Judge, the drag altered wheelbase car, now my buddy had a couple of resin hoods in there from Ed Fluck, and they were, I had already had the non-porthole one, and the porthole one was in there, and years ago when I was buying, this one wasn't available at the time. Well, he let me know that, hey, they're back available, or have got a limited number of them because the mold really wasn't bad. He just made a few more, and if I wanted one, he had it. So I'm like, all right, well, I decided I'm going to buy this. And while I was at it, I'm like, what else? Because I'm not much of a street rod guy, but they're kind of fun to do. But, his castings are just so nice and everything, and clean. Like I said, I haven't done anything. This is literally how I pulled it out of the box, took the bubble wrap off of it. And, his stuff is very, very clean. Just really cool stuff. But I figured I would show you some of the stuff I purchased and what I got this particular month. And, so it's a lot of miscellaneous stuff, but not a whole lot of kits this particular month. And February is probably looking the same way as well, because I got some other things going on and everything. But that's life. But getting some stuff built and done. But we'll be working on some of these as well. I'm going to do this rear window thing. Just I got some painting I'm going to be doing here real soon. So you guys, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and yeah, please, if you like this stuff, check out the suppliers and everything. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend. Love all your comments and everything, and please subscribe. You guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.